we should be live. Yeah, mic's rolling. There we go. Excellent. We're in front of the camera. There we go. Cool. Welcome to Federico Live. I'm Adam Federico. I always apologize about the interruptions in the beginning. I'm a hairdresser. I'm not very strong with the technology, but that's no excuse. And I'm out of focus. Let's get into focus. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we got a very special Federico Live this evening. What we're going to roll out is I'm really happy we're releasing a new video that we've been working very hard on. That's going to kind of be a marketing tool and marketing asset for our AJF Academy. So we're going to release that. We call it the world premiere or the premiere of the new AJF Academy video. So we'll launch that in just a few minutes. But before we get into that, I kind of want to just talk a little bit about what our 2015 year is looking like as far as advanced education in Federico Advanced. And I think, you know, what's really important, and I get this because people who, you know me or know the company, and they're starting to hear me talk about like AJF Academy. What's AJF Academy? Isn't that Federico Advanced? And I just want to be like very clear on how our different brands lie. So AJF Salon has been my salon for 14 years, and it's always been the vision of the salon, you know, to obviously be a functioning salon, but to be more than a salon and to, you know, kind of groom my own artistic team, to take out on the road, to do advanced, you know, educational academy courses, to put together looks, not necessarily collections, and just kind of release them out, you know, on a larger level. You know, so that's kind of like what the AJF Academy is, and we'll talk about what some of those courses will be coming down the pipe in 2015. So Federico Advanced is really just an independent house of education, being, it's really, you know, four walls, being a house for independent education, if you will. So it's see how many times I can say this or talk it, but it's a house where we invite people in to share their, you know, methodology, their techniques, whatever it might be. They might be working for a manufacturer, or they might be completely independent, an independent artist. So from month to month, the education can vary, you know, and the techniques can vary. So the best way to say it, it's like if you were to go to Toni and Guy, you learn Toni and Guy. You go to Sassoon, you learn Sassoon. And the idea of Federico Advanced being an independent house of education is that if you go to Federico Advanced from month to month, you could be learning from different artists and getting, you know, obviously different tools and techniques to really hone your craft in. So one month you could be with somebody from, you know, who may have worked with Sassoon. The next month could be somebody from Arrojo. The next month could be some sort of barbering kind of education and so forth. So you get the idea a little bit. And just to let you know, you can comment in on your YouTube if you have obviously a YouTube username and whatnot. You can comment, ask questions, give us your feedback. I'll generally just kind of answer whatever questions back live rather than typing them back in. Please follow us on all of our social links and feeds, and you can see them on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. So that'd be like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please find Federico Advanced, follow us. That's how you will always stay in the know of what's coming down the pipe. As far as, you know, different academy courses or different courses coming down, as well as where we release, you know, images of previous artists or videos that we may have shot and so forth. The other one will be AJF. Follow AJF on all the same social feeds, ajfsalon.com to check out who we are, what our background is, you know, view our gallery and so forth there, as well as you can just follow me, Adam Federico, because I utilize all of my social feeds really to kind of promote what we're doing here at Federico and AJF. So that's a little bit about, you know, who Federico Advanced is, who AJF is, and then how the two kind of marry together. So technically we're two different companies, but it's like, you know, AJF is like a sister company to the Federico umbrella. So Federico is this big company that is a barbering, cosmetology, aesthetic school, advanced education house, retail boutique, advanced education center, and then AJF's a salon, now an advanced academy. So that's how Federico rolls. So let's talk about the upcoming calendar for 2015 before we release this video out. That way we can hopefully pick up a few more viewers there. I got Billy in the room making me laugh.
I just love that it's on a memo pad.
What do you mean? The calendar's on a notepad? This is my quick reference. So anyways, it makes me feel smart actually. So on my notepad here, it says follow us. No. So what we have coming down the pipe for 2015, January 18th and 19th, we have a gentleman by the name of Jeremy Davies Barbala. So Jeremy, you know, has worked with Sassoon for quite some time. He's probably one of the best haircutters out there right now. I know that he's been doing some work independently with Tim Hartley and Tim's new project, The Cult of Haircutting. But Jeremy will be out doing an advanced creative haircutting course for 1 day for salon professionals. That will be January 19th. It's a limited spots in the class, no more than 10 people. We do have tickets available for that class right now. If you go to www.federico.edu and you go to the Advanced tab, you can pull down a calendar, all of our upcoming classes. You click on Jeremy and you can actually pay online and purchase a ticket for Jeremy's class. So Jeremy will be the first class coming up in 2015, kind of launching out the year at Federico Advanced. And I'm super stoked to have him out. You know, he's really kind of planting his feet, you know, is starting his own independent thing. So I'm glad that we can be here to support him and get him in to a space to help him kind of cultivate that more so. February 8th and 9th, we have Nick Arrojo coming back out. You know, and he's going to be doing a class that's called Up Close with Nick, and it's going to be a 2-day haircutting class as well as an immersion into the Arrojo culture. He'll be sharing, you know, what Arrojo is all about. You know, their cutting techniques, really utilizing the plie blade and so forth. And I'll be helping out Nick and teaching that class as well. So that's a 2-day course coming up February 8th and 9th. We do have some tickets available through Federico, or you can go to arrojonyc.com and purchase tickets straight through Arrojo. The next class coming up would be March 15th. We have a lovely woman by the name of Marcy Landgraf, who is an old dear friend of mine. Marcy worked with Sebastian back in the day when Sebastian was, you know, something really great, when Robert Labetta was involved. So, you know, through the 90s into the early 2000s, she was the woman in charge of creating some of those really great ethereal looks, really strong like hairdresser. So she's actually a local girl, like I said, an old good friend of mine. So she's going to be coming in and doing a class called The Art of Hairdressing. So she'll be focusing in on everyday kind of, you know, styling to editorial styling to very creative hairdressing, utilizing wefts and pieces to create, you know, more avant-garde kind of work. And you can purchase tickets for her class on the federico.edu site, going to that Advanced tab. April 12th through 13th, we have the Barbatorium Tonsor Academy from Rochester, New York, and that's led by Jess Sutton, and the class is titled The Tour of Techniques, and it's going to be a 2-day class, it's a 1-day class, April 13th, and it's going to be a focus on touring, utilizing the clippers, more so using clipper work, scissor work, and doing from classic barbering to more contemporary men's haircutting. So it's going to be a focus on men's haircutting with some shaving mixed in there. So, you know, for all of you that are really kind of like, you know, after that huge barber kind of trend and like, you know, kind of craving that kind of education, that would be an excellent class. So that's April 13th. In June's a great one. June 7th through 14th from Croatia, we have the ZGAT Academy coming out. And this is super cool because this is ZGAT's first time into the United States, so I'm really proud to say that we're getting ZGAT into the States, and we'll be hosting them here. So they'll be here the 7th through the 14th, and the way that's working is there's 3 different classes we're doing. June 7th through 10th is the first set of a 3-day advanced creative haircutting course. June 10th and 11th will be a 2-day cutting course, same thing, advanced creative, and then June 12th through 14th will be another 3-day advanced haircutting course. So the 2 3-day courses are sold out already without even marketing. I mean, if you follow ZGAT, you understand how strong their work is, and I think people are kind of like craving checking these guys out. So we do have tickets available June 10th and 11th for the 2-day class, back on the Federico EDU website, as well as you can purchase just a 1-day ticket for like more or less a look and learn, because the first day of each set of classes they'll be doing 4 demonstrations and in-depth theory, and it'll be Mario and Ivana out from Croatia representing ZGAT Academy. So that's super cool. Like I said, it's their first time in the United States, and I'm really actually stoked and proud to be housing them here at Federico Advanced. July 19th and 20th, we have Arojo coming back to do a really large Arojo event. Last year we did something called the West Coast Summit. I can't tell you if it's going to be the West Coast Summit again. It may evolve. I've been in conversations with Nick, and we're talking about how the format will be. But this will be a 2-day event where it'll be an evening of inspiration with a really strong stage presentation presented by the Arojo team. I'm sure I'll have the AJF team involved in on it. And then the second day will be a day of hands-on education, where the last time it was, you had a choice of about 8 different types of classes you could pick from, and you got to go to one class for the 7 hours in the day and to focus in on that. So they had a razor fundamentals, advanced razor, creative haircutting, hair painting, American wave, success symposium with Nick, so talking about business and strategy. So some men's haircutting. So there will be a lot going on that Arojo event. The next big thing we have coming out, and this one's cool. This is I kind of been referring to this as like we're bringing the Beatles to America. Is August 9th through 11th. We have Mozilla and Palmer coming out from the United Kingdom, England, and they have yet to plant their feet in the United States under the banner of Mozilla and Palmer. They've been recently hitting North America, being Canada, but they haven't hit the States yet. So I think we'll be the first people in the States to house Mozilla and Palmer, so I'm super stoked. And the way that's going to work out is August 9th, they're doing a full day, a seminar. So it'll be an all-day class in our theater space, a look and learn session. We have a 5,000 square foot theater where Mozilla and Palmer will be taking you through their basic fundamentals course, presenting 3 different models, talking about how you cut the cuts, complemented with color, and then they'll be going through, you'll go into a break, and then they'll come back in and do a contemporary hair cutting course. So then they'll present 3 more models, all cut on stage, complemented with color, and then they'll talk about their newest collection, talking about how the collection was contrived, how they built the collection, how they shot the collection, and then they'll deliver the collection piece, which I believe are 6 more models pre-done. Don't quote me on that last one, and maybe just an additional 3 models. So 3 to 6 more models in the end. The 10th and the 11th will be a 2-day course with Mozilla and Palmer that they call their workshop. And one day you'll go in, the focus will be in haircutting with Dub and Jean-Baptiste. And the second day you'd be working with their new colorist, Faye, who is from the Hobbs Salon, who has worked with Wella, a very strong colorist, who will be taking you through color techniques to complement, the cuts. So that will actually be a cutting and color program on the 10th and 11th. Mozilla and Palmer tickets are not on the site yet. We hope to have them up on the site by the end of this month, is kind of finalizing the last few details. And something, before I finish out the calendar, I'll finish out the calendar so I don't jump around, Then we jump out to November, and November 9th and 10th, we have Jake Thompson out. You know, Jake Thompson is a multi-time NAHA award winner. He's from the Salt Lake City area, Utah. He's going to do a class that's classic to avant-garde styling. So he'll be starting with this very classic kind of red carpet, you know, hair, and then he'll be teaching you techniques and looks that he's utilized to win NAHA. And he's won the avant-garde category, I believe, the past couple of years. So Jake Thompson. And Jake Thompson will be kind of like finishing out the year. I haven't spoke of any of the AJF Academy classes in there yet, because I believe that'll be just a second note to speak on. But some of these classes that we have coming up that I just mentioned to you, they do have a heftier price point because of the caliber of the artist. So something that we've done here, and the reason that I really wanted to get our 2015 Advanced Education Calendar out to you as soon as possible, is that we're doing payment plans for all of the classes, meaning that, like, I'll give you an example. One of the ZGAT classes is a $1,000 3-day class. So it's a $250 deposit down to hold your spot, and then you can set up payments from whenever you put the money down up until 30 days to that class to pay off the balance. I know that sometimes it's much easier rather than coming up with the whole hefty lump down, that you can kind of spread it out. So we are open to doing payment plans. We don't tack on, interest on that. It's just, a nicety that we do at Federico because we believe in cultivating community, building, the craft of hairdressing, throughout our entire community, and just really want to, bring world-class education to you. So with that, that's a little bit, what we have coming down the pipe at Federico Advanced with artists coming in. And, at this time, what I want to do is we'll just about unleash the new AJF video, and we'll roll it one time, and then right at the end of the show, I'll roll it again. So we'll see the video 2 times. And the video is super cool. To give you a little bit of like a backstory on it, I got a good buddy of mine, his name's Nicholas Ray, who I've worked with in the past, photographer, videographer. I worked with him, and he's done some work and shot some videos for us. And then, as you all know, we had a gentleman by the name of Joshua Flowers, who was a full-time staff member here for us for about a year. So Josh was here putting out videos for us, and we thank him immensely for just all the content that he helped us create in that year that he was with us. But, Josh moved to Chicago, focusing on just, being a photographer more so. So I got Nicholas back on retainer. So Nick's pretty much back with us full-time. And you've probably seen some of the work we've been pushing out through AJF, or Federico Advanced that Nick has been shooting. I mean, these are just printed out like at Target, because I'm kind of old school. When we do things, I need they used to have like contact sheets that you would look at your pictures of, so you could kind of So once Nick was picking out final images, I had to go to Target and print them, just so I could shuffle them around and kind of get an idea of what the work was looking like printed. Yeah. So this is some of the work we've been working on. Like I say, you can see these images on on some of the Federico Advanced feeds, as well as some of the AJF feeds on Facebook and Instagram and so forth. So back to talking about the video coming at tangents, right? Gotta get off the tangents. So talking about the video coming, the idea with this video was, here was the idea. We wanted to take something very kind of light and whimsical and kind of transition it into something dark. I don't want to give away the video, because there's a lot as you watch this video, and I was just having this conversation with Nick about a half hour ago. It's really a cool video for me to watch, even though I was part of it, obviously, the whole way through. But every time I watch it, I notice different nuances with the video, how it was edited, how it was shot. So I really encourage you to watch the video a couple of times, because this guy is super cool at, it does a really great job at what he does, editing and whatnot. So maybe I can invite Nick up here. You guys can put a face with the name because he's hanging out here tonight. Come on in. You got to talk into my
Have to talk into your chest.
into my chest.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Ray.
From a photographer's standpoint, videographer's standpoint, you want to give us kind of any creative insight on what the vision was with shooting this?
Well, so Adam sent me a song one day, and he was like, "Hey, I like this song. We should do a video for this thing." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I see that." And I was like, "Okay, I've heard of this artist before." So I listened to it like a handful of times and kind of dug the song too and started like developing some ideas and like how the feeling for the video would go, because when you start with a song, it has to like develop into like an image. You take that music and turn it into something that you're gonna see. So I listened to it countless times in my car and on the headphones and whatever. So went from there, cut the song down to a manageable length that we thought would work well.
About 1:40.
Yeah. And then then Adam and I sat down and came up with I guess the rest of the concept for the video, where we decided that, well, I guess, should they see it first? Or?
They should see it, and then we can talk.
So we'll roll the video, and then we'll tell you about the rest of it.
Yeah. I think what Nick said was probably one of the most important things. And the way that I work, and when I'm putting together whether a show or a video, before I got into hairdressing, like a lot of us out there, I was a musician, played in a lot of bands and whatnot. So one of my main inspirations has always been music, So I always find, music first when I'm putting something together, and then my art being hair kind of comes through whatever the music that I've chosen to be. And like all the shows that my team have done, the music always comes first, which is a little bit weird. Usually like, oh, it's the art of the hair, and then like I've created this really cool kind of look. Now I got to find a song to kind of melt with it. I'm moved a lot by music, so I find the music, and then the hair kind of like floats and transitions within the music. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let Nick roll that video. And all I got to say is before he rolls it, turn up your device, whatever you're watching it on, nice and loud. Just turn it up. Together, and then my art being hair kind of comes through whatever the music that I've chosen to be. And like all the shows that my team have done, the music always comes first, which is a little bit weird. Usually like Okay. I don't know. I think we may have had a little technical difficulties. If anybody out there is watching, can they comment in and tell me if they saw anything or what they're experiencing? I apologize, like I say. Just trying to get this thing, you know. I don't know. Huh. Well, if we can't get this video rolling here this evening, what we'll do is once I close down the show, we will have it on the Federico Advanced YouTube channel running live. One minute. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to post that video on the Federico Advanced YouTube channel now, or in a few minutes. I will make it live. You can view it there. If for some reason when we were trying to share it with you through the live stream, it looked like it was coming up as just a blacked out screen, but you could hear the music, and if anybody is willing to comment in and tell me what they may have heard or seen. Were you watching? No. No? Okay. Open that YouTube screen up a little bit and see if anybody has commented in. Be off to the right. Roll up.
Caitlin says, "Hi, Adam. I only saw a black screen."
Hi, Caitlin. Black screen. Okay. Caitlin Butler. Oh. Hang tight. We're going to work this out real quick. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to close the show. Mic there? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to close the show down because I want you guys to check out this video. I'm going to get it to go live on the YouTube now. And from that point, please comment on YouTube, on the social feeds once we post it out there. Please let us know your thoughts, you know, on it. You know, like I say, we're really proud of the video. Watch it a couple of times. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to capture, little nuances, like I say, within the filming and the editing. So we'll do that. And really, other than that, I'm going to shut up. And on behalf of Federico Advanced and AJF, we thank you very much. And I'm just going to close this down so you can check this video out. Peace.